Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua isn't just a fight. It's a live demo of how easy it is to slip into bad reasoning. Jake Paul said this about why he took the fight. "I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. No one ever thought that this would be possible, and no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list and be ready to be shocked." Here we've got what philosophers call wishful thinking. Believing something because you sincerely want it to be true, not because the evidence supports it. Paul frames the idea that he'll shock the world as if belief itself is evidence. That's a trap. Desire is not data. Still, Jake Paul, talking about the possibility of beating Joshua. "I've never been knocked down. This is not a one-sided fight. I have power. I have the ability to put people to sleep." This is classic argument from confidence. Paul is using his self-assurance as proof of his chances. He's basically saying, "I'm convinced I can do it, so I can do it." But confidence does not increase a probability unless it's grounded in actual measurable evidence. Boxing doesn't care how confident you are. It cares how many punches land and how many hits stick. Jake took it further in another interview. "I want him to cut me up. I want him to break my face. Guess what? Guess what? He's gonna have to kill me to stop me. I'm ready to die." That's a rhetorical escalation, turning competitive bravado into a life and death scenario. This is an emotional hyperbole, and when used as an argument, it can obscure rational assessment. You don't actually increase your odds by talking about dying. It just moves the conversation away from what evidence matters: skills, preparation, and performance. Anthony Joshua gave us another interesting line. "If I can break his soul, and I can break his mentality, then I've broken Jake. It's not just physical. I want to break him down spiritually and mentally." That's a blend of metaphors that spills into mind-body confusion. In logic, it's a category mistake, mixing psychological metaphors with physical sport outcomes. Sure, mindset matters in boxing, but you cannot literally break someone's soul with a punch. If you do literally hurt him, that's physical force. So the phrase sounds dramatic, but doesn't function as a clear argument about what will happen in the ring. Back to Paul again. People keep saying, "I respect Jake Paul for getting in there. No respect me because I am about to win." This flips into a subtle logical trap called begging the question, assuming what you're trying to prove. Paul is saying, "Respect me because I'm about to win," which implicitly assumes he will win as part of the reason you should respect him. That's circular. To respect him, you must assume victory first. So what's really going on here? We heard wishful thinking, confidence as evidence, emotional hyperbole, category mistakes, and circular reasoning, all from the fighters themselves. These aren't just hype lines, they're actual logical traps that make a fight sound more plausible than the evidence alone would suggest. That's exactly the kind of stuff we'll unpack in future episodes. Real logical errors, real quotes, real analysis.